When the Homeowners Association first approached me about running a water pipeline through my ranch, I was skeptical. My family had owned this land for generations, and the thought of concrete and steel cutting across my grazing fields felt wrong. Against my better judgment, I agreed, figuring it would save me a long legal battle and give me extra funds for repairs around the property. At first, things were quiet. The contractors came, laid their lines, and left without too much trouble. But a few months later, the real problems began. Cattle started avoiding the pipeline area, likely due to noise and vibration. Trucks from the HOA's maintenance crews began crossing my fences without warning, scaring my horses and leaving gates open. When I confronted the HOA board, they dismissed my concerns with polite smiles and empty promises. I realized then that they didn't see me as a landowner with rights, but as an obstacle they could bulldoze past. What they didn't know was that I had been doing some research of my own. Their entire pipeline depended on a single natural spring tucked into a rocky corner of the mountains. That spring, by old survey records, was technically private land that had recently gone up for sale. Without hesitation, I bought it outright. Suddenly, I held the tap to their entire water supply. The day I informed the HOA of the new ownership was unforgettable. Their president, a stiff man in a tailored suit, arrived with his entourage, expecting to intimidate me. I walked them up to the spring, pointed to the private property signs I had freshly posted, and calmly explained that their pipeline was drawing from my source without permission. Their faces went pale. Without access to that water, every home in their shiny new subdivision would run dry within days. At first, they threatened lawsuits, claiming I was interfering with essential utilities. But I had the deeds, the legal records, and even their own pipeline maps proving their dependency. Their bravado crumbled when their attorneys confirmed it. The HOA had overlooked a crucial detail, and I now had all the leverage. I didn't cut them off immediately. Instead, I offered them a choice: either renegotiate with fair compensation for my land and respect for my boundaries, or find another water source miles away at 10 times the cost. Suddenly, the same board that once ignored me was eager to sit at the table, owning that spring wasn't just a business move. It was justice. They had treated my ranch like a utility corridor, forgetting that it was my home. In the end, I reminded them the hard way: never underestimate the landowner who knows where the water truly flows.